Cashapp family, this is your man, not your boy. Go Black to Africa. All right, family. Hey, we have a special guest today. I think she is the first one from UK I'm interviewing. And you know, many people have been asking me about when you gonna have some people from the diaspora, just not from America, you know? And so I met my beautiful sister here in Tanzania, in Dar es Salaam. And so, you know, we are going to get into her visit and all that there. But first, let's let her introduce herself.
Peace. Thank you for having me. I was saying earlier that I'm honored. I am absolutely honored to be here. People refer to me as Nikema, so feel free to refer to me as that. I'm manifested in the UK, and now I'm here in Dar es Salaam, and I've been here a few months. I'm so happy to be here. So thank you for having me.
Thank you for allowing me to interview you. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So, you know, please share with the folks, because you're coming from the UK. Mm-hmm. How long have you been here? What are your plans and all that right there?
That's a good question. All right, so I've been here since the 9th of March to 2021. I plan to be here as long as possible. I'm planning to stay in Africa, so if I'm not in Tanzania, I'll be somewhere in Africa. So last year, as everybody can imagine, it was a trauma for all of us. Previously, so 2 years ago, I was planning to move to Ghana and live there and work remotely. So by trade, I'm a cognitive behavioral therapist. And it's like psychotherapy, working with people with common mental health difficulties like stress, anxiety, depression, OCD, that sort of thing. And I'm still doing it now. And 2 years ago, I planned to move to Ghana and work remotely. 2020 happened and everything got shut down. I said, okay, Ghana's not for me because they are locked down. What other countries are not following suit of the UK and America? And Tanzania was one of them. And I researched Tanzania, I researched the president, and I thought, my spirit just started to move like, yep, this is the one, you need to be going. So I thought to myself, I was in Turkey in September last year, and I was doing more and more research, and my spirit's like, yes, go, go, go. So I put myself in a kind of like a time limit of a year between that September last year and this September this year. I was going to be going by hook or crook. And then January came, and I felt quite low because of the restrictions. I wasn't able to see my family members. Friends are abiding to rules and regulations of the system, which I understand why, or overstand why they would, but it would impact my well-being. And I was working with individuals with these types of stresses, and I like to practice what I preach. So I thought to myself, okay, I'm feeling quite low, and I'm working with people that feel low, and I'm telling them different strategies to help themselves. What am I doing to help myself? Let's go Africa, let's just go. So I literally
go to Africa.
Got myself, beforehand I did some research about common law and admiralty law. So I know the difference between the two, what's natural law and what's legalese. And I know, and it has come to my understanding, that I am a human being, I'm a creator, I am a woman, I am not this name that they give us, or I am not just an entity, I'm not a person. So I did a bit of research in regards to that because of people telling us travel restrictions. Got myself an exemption certificate for any type of vaccination or any type of testing, and then got myself 2 other certificates and got myself here. Thankfully, I didn't have to take any vaccination, any testing when I came in March. And now I'm here, and it's the best thing I did in my life. It's the best thing I ever done. One of the best things I've ever done in my life. So many cool things I've done in my life, thank the Lord, the Almighty. So yeah, and now I'm here. I'm working remotely, which means I have my clients in the UK. I still take private clients as well. I work for the NHS, anyone that knows. I work with, so I'm self-employed. So I work with the NHS. They give me their clients and I invoice them, as well as having private clients. But now, what's really cool is that I'm setting up, or I've been trained to be a facilitator for African Healing Circles. African Healing Circles are spaces for people of African descent to come and just be unapologetically who they are. Learn mental and emotional armor to protect themselves from all the micro and macro aggressions that we have to deal with being in the diaspora and being here as well in Tanzania. When people are low income, They get treated differently to people who are more wealthier, as you can imagine. It's probably the same in the US and the UK as well, and other parts of Europe. But yeah, I'm giving people that space to just be unapologetically themselves. I could talk forever and keep going, so I hope that's helpful.
All right, let's get a break. Alrighty then, so let me ask you, sister.
Yeah.
Everybody's been interested about what's going on in the UK and Europe, of the treatment of our brothers and sisters there. Because we get a lot of, you hear what's going on really in America. We hear just a little bit what's going on in the UK. Now, my first, I guess, understanding what was going on, how our brothers and sisters being treated in the UK, was the Blacksett, which was the Blacksett family, Juliet.
Yeah,
that's over in
Juliet, yeah.
And she really broke open a lot of things that were the treatment with her son, and her husband, Adrian, and how they have been treated over there, and how the people, our people are. What would you? What is your experience like? And was that also played an important part of you leaving out of UK?
A very important part. Thank you for the question, by the way.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. So that played a massive part. From my perspective, I think there's genocide happening in the UK with black people. Doesn't matter if they're children, doesn't matter if they're mothers, if they're women, if they're men, it doesn't matter. Because I'll just give you an example. Black women in the UK are 5 times or 4 times more likely to die in childbirth. This is just childbirth. Let me just tell you, to die. They don't listen when we say we've got elements, we're having problems, we're feeling pain. The medical system, they teach their doctors that black people are more likely to withstand more pain, which is a myth. It's a myth. Maybe we are, I don't know, but either way we're still in pain, you know what I mean? Either way we still need treatment, either way we still need support. That's just for women giving birth. Now, if I was to give you statistics for black people in the custody, it's disproportionate. Absolutely, black men disproportionately are taken into custody. In the US, they're more likely to shoot you there and then. The only difference is in the UK, they don't have guns. But the black people are dying in custody. If you look, there's an investigations happening all over about black people dying in custody, or in the prison kind of holding parts of whatever. But the police, for me, not all police, but most of them, it's like a cult. It's like a mob, They do their own thing. They pay crackheads with crack to get them to snitch on different types of things. Like this is normal, unfortunately. They're gangsters. The police are. They are absolute gangsters.
Yeah. And
because they put on this uniform, they feel like they've got the authority. When we look at common law and natural law, they should be the public servants, but because of the law, they've changed it, and now they're trying their authority. What else? Education. There's a prison to pipeline that I'm sure the US know about. The prison school to prison pipeline, I think it's called. So it's the same thing in the UK. Black boys are likely, if they in school, it's like the imitation of the prison with the warden. The principal's the warden, isn't it? So it's like and they treat, and there's mainly white women who are in these schools, mainly white women and men who are teaching our children. They have got the negative ideology of black people. They are not culturally competent. Cultural competence looks like individuals who are working with the diasporas, who know and understand the way in which they live life and their micro and macro aggressions. School teachers do not get taught cultural competence, even therapists, which is my trade. Our cultural competence section of our course was abysmal. It was atrocious. They just give us statistics about equality and diversity and what equality looks like. That's all they did. They didn't actually talk about what it means for a black person to sit in front of you, or a black individual to sit in front of you as a white therapist, or as an Asian therapist, or as an Indian or Pakistani or whatever it is. They don't teach us in that sense. There's so many other things. Those are just a couple of those that we have to deal with.
It's the same system as in America. Like
Yes.
I've said, that America and Europe are cousins. I mean, this is where the people came from, was Europe to go over to America. So the mentality, the cultures, the ways of thinking, the way of doing business is all the same.
There's a code
Yes.
that they stick to.
And what's amazing is that the systems are identical, though so far distance apart.
right.
The prison systems are more filled with us. You know,
Yes.
the bias of racism, of inequalities,
That's right.
of whether it's employment, whether it's job, business opportunities, or whether it's whatever it might be.
Whatever it is.
It's like,
School exclusion.
Yes.
More likely to have black people in those exclusion from school places, you know? And you're right, it is the same thing, but it's on a different, it's just a smaller
Different-
scale. That's
yeah.
all. Because England is,
yeah,
and America's, you know?
yeah. So now, in your experience with the profession that you
Yes.
do, I'm quite sure you talk to people who have some of these mental, psychological
Absolutely.
issues and all that right there.
Yeah.
What do you say, I mean, as far as, I mean, as a whole, do you think people need this therapy? You know, I mean, our people I'm talking, you know.
Our people, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because I know in America, I say this right here, is that, you know, we all, a lot of us say that we are a sick people in a Western society, you know, because of the sickness that we live in.
Sure.
You know, whether it's the conditioning and all that has created the sickness amongst us.
Absolutely.
Do you find this to be the same there in the UK with the brothers and sisters?
110%. 110%. If you went to Germany with black people, it would be the same. European countries or places, absolutely. It's like a woman being kept cavity in a house for 10 years, being beaten, mistreated, abused for so long, and then after the 10 years you say, go on, bye-bye, you're free, you're good to go.
Yeah.
What is this woman or man gonna do? Like, they're gonna probably go back to what they used to, because it's even though it's traumatic, it's comfortable. People are comfortable in their trauma, unfortunately, or fortunately, depends on how you want to look at it, you know. And some people are not ready to come out that house and leave that abuse. And I was ready.
You were ready.
I've been rocking. You know, and I'm not blaming people who want to stay in a place. I get it. It's not all easy to just up and go. For one, it's about security, like having a safety net. We've been taught to have this safety net, whether it's the benefit system or whether it's like, oh, you're a certificate for a course that you've done or whatever job role, you know, and having finances come in. So there's billions of pounds and dollars going into us feeling this way, you know.
So you know, sister, I know I've did a lot of interviews with people and how their families, how they receive the news that they're going to be, you know, their loved one's going to be leaving, going to Africa. How did your family receive that information? Are they supportive, or they're kind of like, oh, she'll be back, or you know, this is a crazy move, or what have you? How was your family's receiving you, telling you coming to Africa?
In general, it's positive, because I've been talking about moving to Africa for a few years now. A little bit more with some people skeptical because of these times that we're in since this 2020 last year. But in general, very proud, happy for me, because for the longest amount of time I've been preaching about going to Africa and living there and being closer to the equator. So they're kind of proud. They're proud of me. Very proud of me. They're asking me things like, where are you going to live? How are you going to get your income? You know, the just general concerns, which is understandable. Absolutely. Yeah. Which is a love. And actually, my sister's coming over. Big up to my sister.
Yeah.
Big up to all my sisters. Thank you very much. But my particular sister, CJ, is coming over with Sahara. Hopefully, see what it's like. If they like it, they'll stay. If they don't, they'll go back. You know, they have the option. The thing is not to judge.
They're going to stay.
I hope so.
They're going to stay.
My father, he says, oh yes, West Africa, my friend's over there. I said, God bless West Africa, come to East. Come over and see your daughter. Come over, Pappy. Come over, we're here for your gut space. Listen, I can show you around. So yeah, very, very supportive. I'm very blessed to have that. Very, very blessed to have that.
Good. And it seems like Africa has left an impression on you that you're wanting to stay in the continent. Share with the people what is the impression it's left on you, and then share why you believe they should come to visit or come move.
Lovely question. For me, I did work on myself before I came. I knew that it was a third world country that I'm coming to. So my mindset shifted. I knew I wasn't going to get certain things that I was used to in the UK, I might not have got here. So I had to mentally prepare and emotionally and spiritually prepare for myself, which might look like different things for different people, but I would encourage people to do that. Psychological prepare yourself. Have a look at pictures, have a look at people's experiences, talk to people out here, you know, plug into this wonderful guy's channel, yeah, and find out his experiences and get your perception. Is this for you? Is this for you? You know, that's very important. It's not for everybody. And I'm okay that it's not for everybody, because we don't want everybody here.
Exactly. Yeah.
We don't. We absolutely.
Especially those who don't want to be here.
Oh, definitely no.
Yeah.
Now, the people here have received me phenomenally. My characteristic is of love, and I like to smile, love, bring happiness to. That's just my persona in general. And they've received that. And here is very much a peaceful, loving place in general. Very much welcoming. Karibu. You know, come. And I've been learning about the language, I've been learning about the culture, and they're excited to know that I want to learn. And I'm not trying to be European here. I'm trying to be as African as I could possibly can. You know what I mean? I'm trying to look it, talk it, walk it, because I'm trying to purge myself of that Eurocentric, you know. I understand it, and it can inform who I am, but I am not it. That makes sense.
Makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense, sister. So, the you know, many people reach out to me and they share reasons why they will or won't come. And there again, you know, I don't try to force anybody's hand. You know, it's your life. You live it however which way you see fit. But I would say also to those people out there that if you haven't had a taste of Africa, you have to come visit, because most of the people that I hear who only came out here to visit say they gotta come, they gotta stay. Most people that I've met, they gonna stay, you know?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, you know, but we wanted to give you all the opportunity to hear from a sister from the UK who has shared already her experience there, the things that are happening and transpiring against our brothers and sisters. And that, would you say that, I say this right here, when you come to Africa, you're not black anymore, you're just African.
You absolutely are.
Yeah.
People look at you and speak to you in Swahili like you understand, and you just kind of, indio, sawa, yes, okay, like, and you don't feel like othered. You don't feel othered. You just feel like, okay, you know, when you're in the UK or the US and you go somewhere, you got to assess how many black people are there first to work out the room and how you're going to be received. Here, you just walk in, it's nothing. And if everybody else who's non-black is here, you kind of like...
Yeah, Europeans had walked into the cafe we were at right there, and she's like, yeah, you know, and grab her purse and like...
lock that up, you know?
Yeah.
You don't know who these people...
Yeah, you know...
Micro and macro aggressions we have to deal with.
Yeah.
You know, and when they come here, they see it, they experience it, not negatively as much as we would for them.
Yeah.
You know, they don't experience it too much because they have an innate superiority of themselves, isn't it? In general. So yeah, it's a different type of experience. Anyway,
it is.
I'll go to
But the beautiful thing is that, yo, we are the ones who are the majority. We are the ones who running things, and hey, we're the original. We're the original.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The natural people of the earth.
Yes.
Natural. Nature. Natural.
Natural.
The sun loves us.
Yeah.
The sun loves us. Since coming here, oof, my skin, people say I look well. My nails have grown. My hair.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here.
Well, thank you, my sister.
Asante sana,
and we're
my
gonna do a couple of other videos down the road, because she has some very enlightful information that definitely can share with our brothers and sisters who I believe that, you know, because of our conditionings in the various countries, the Western worlds that we've been in, that she has some tools to unlock that mindset to where it's like you can reach your full potential. You can be able to take note of and see those roadblocks that have been hindering you from actually becoming who you really are. That's what I find a beauty in that, because words, terminologies can be traps. and conditioning yourself into from prohibiting you from going to the distance of who you are. I'm going to say we're going to do a couple more videos. With that, my family, this is your man, not your boy. This is your
girl. No, woman, not your girl.
Sisters always like to call themselves girls. What's up, girl?
I know.
But
right?
anyway, we out. Peace. All right.
Bye, fam.
Love.